freebies. Everyone loves a freebie. So here are my 5 best free agents for championship teams to be looking at this summer. Let's go. Hey guys, how you doing? Dale Edwardson, FM Dale here, giving you the next installment of the football show. On this episode, we're going to look at the best free agents for championship teams to look at from the Premier League. So I've gone through the Premier League retained list. Ooh. No. Who would have? What the frickety? And I've scoured through every single team to come up with the best 5 players for championship teams to look at. Now, these will be names that you will know. There'll be some names maybe that you don't know as much, but maybe worth a punt for championship teams, especially ones like my own, who may be in a little bit of financial trouble and need all the freebie help that they can get. So let's go. Now this is a name that possibly won't go down to the championship. I really like this player. It is Jeff Hendrick.
Quite as he wanted.
Nicely brought down by Hendrick! What a stunning goal to give back.
Now there is talk that Jeff Hendrick may go to AC Milan. AC Milan? Yeah, I find that hard to believe as well. But that is in the papers that he may be going to AC Milan. I see it more likely that he'll either be lower Premier League or a championship player. But I've always really liked Jeff Hendrick. He has over 300 appearances for Derby and Burnley put together, rocking in at around about 30 goals. 50 appearances for the Republic of Ireland. I think if you can get this guy on a free, it's an absolute steal, especially, as I say, for championship clubs maybe looking to go on. For a player who only 4 years ago transferred for over £10 million, and he's still only 28 years old. I mean, this is an absolute no-brainer. So number 1 is Jeff Hendrick. The second best free agent for championship teams is Jordan Ibe.
Over the top though, and good strength by Ibe. And look at him go, Jordan Ibe, going all the way. This is wonderful. Round the goalkeeper. Oh, what sensation!
Jordan Ibe, I mean, a career that has completely gone off the rails. How? With so much quality, so much potential, he's never quite reached his peak. Making his actual league debut at the age of 15 and scoring 14 days later against the best team ever. There's hope for anyone against Wednesday, isn't there? So after making 7 appearances for Wickham, he made an undisclosed move to Liverpool, and we were thinking Sterling and Ibe on the wings for Liverpool. This is going to be a fantastic situation. One of those careers soared, one of them stalled. One of them stalled, and it was Jordan's. While at Liverpool, he had 2 decent spells on loan at Birmingham and Derby, both in the Championship, both experiences which I think lead him to being a very good, possibly leading Championship player, and that is why he's in this list. He then moved to Bournemouth, as we know, for £15 million, and we all thought this is the right move for Jordan Ibe. This is going to give him the opportunity to express himself and get football. Didn't quite go as planned though, did it? Didn't quite go as planned for Jordan, unfortunately. It didn't work. Few injuries, a few fallings out, and look where he finds himself, a £15 million player going away for free. In at 3. This one you might disagree with, but I'm taking a bit of a punt.
If that girl from West Virginia came up in conditions that I couldn't survive, went to war, came back.
Jordan Graham is just almost a forgotten player of football. As he was coming through the ranks at Aston Villa, he was doing amazing things in the Next Gen series. We're all starting to look at him. If you're an FM player, you were definitely looking at him. And you were thinking this boy might be something special. Didn't quite work. No, 2 failed spells on loan while at Villa before making the transfer fully to Wolves. And then at Wolves, you're thinking, here we go. Every time he got in the team, he did something special. He did something you weren't quite expecting, which made you believe fully in the boy. But what happened? Injuries, of course it's injuries. Did his knee ligaments and was supposed to be out for 9 to 12 months. That got extended to 15 months, and now we're still looking at a player who has never quite regained full fitness. So we moved on to Oxford United, and again, he played games, didn't score as much, but starting to rebuild his career. This season just gone, he was meant to spend it out in Bulgaria to get a full year's fitness under his belt. It fell through. And in the January just gone, he made the loan move to Gillingham before COVID came in and ruined it once again. So now Jordan Graham is without a club, but if if somebody puts the belief in this boy, he's only 25, there's a long way to go with him, and if they can get him just to slightly what he was meant to be, they've got an absolute steal. In at 4. In at 4, I'm going for another youngster with a lot of potential. Just needs someone to have that little bit more faith in him. It's this guy. Rushon HepburnMurphy. Easy for you to say that. First take that. First take. Player who you might know more for this. One of the issues that we've always had with Rushon is that he just hasn't grown. He's only 5'8", but Messi's only... He's not Messi. He's not Messi. But he's a very, very good player, especially on a free. This Birmingham-born youngster has spent his youth coming through the ranks at Villa, going off on loan spells to Cambridge, Tranmere, even Derby, although he didn't actually make an appearance for Derby at the time. It shows the quality the player can be. Now, especially at a time for Villa, which I would have thought would have been a good time to keep this boy, knowing that they have striker issues at the best of times, he would have been a great little addition, but they've let him go. Now, whether it be him, whether it be him wanting to leave, I'm not sure. He needs first team football. He's 21 years old, but for me, championship clubs should be looking at this boy. All right, okay. I've got a little bit of a confession to make about my choice of number 5. He's a player that I have been trying my very, very best with in Football Manager for years, thinking he is going to be an absolute superstar. And he's been released again. But that means he's on a free, and I believe he could do amazing things in the championship. Number 5. Number 5 is a star of my Football Manager series, Me and My Crew. Great plug, go and watch it now. It's down the list below. So, Callum Griffin. This is one of the major youth players coming through the Manchester United Youth Academy with every set of skill you could imagine. Beautiful step overs, flamboyance, flair, pinpoint crossing, free kicks, Beckham-esque. What happened? Injuries, wasn't it? Injuries also. Being told not the best attitude. Some of the young coaches at Manchester United were saying that he could be one of the best players if he changed his attitude. Even with his injuries, he was one of the surprise names this time last year when Man United released him, and everyone wondered if he was just going to give up on football altogether. But he didn't. He fought through the injury and he signed for Sheffield United. Now, I thought this was a great move for Callum. I thought a great opportunity to come through the ranks at a team who do seem to quite like to play British players. But Callum doesn't fit the Sheffield United way. He's too flary, too stylistic, probably doesn't put in the hard graft that they use for every single position. So where is he going to be? If people use him correctly and he can stay fit, he could work anywhere in the championship. For me, number 1 with this boy is game time. He's never made a professional appearance at all, and he's at the age of 21. We need to look at that, obviously, when making this list, but he's in at 5. He's a free shot. It's a free shot for any team to take one player who could be of an outrageous potential. He just needs nurturing, and the championship is the place for it. Here are some honourable mentions. So you may not have heard of all of these players before, and if that is the case, use that information, take it with you. If you're chatting to some friends and you just want to drop in some knowledge, drop some knowledge bombs in for them, use some of these boys, let them know about them. Thank you very much for joining me in the football show, and we shall see you very, very shortly. Toodle pip.